Poštovani dobrodošli, sit down and relax as we are about to read some webtoons and manga. I recommend purchasing the official scans or translations and reading along with those open as well, for a better reading experience and to support the creators behind the works that I react to in my streams. Links are in the description. You can find me on YouTube, Twitch and Patreon, so subscribe to or follow SomeEuropeanChick if you want to read along and suggest what to read next. Now without further ado, let's read.
Goodnight Pumpun. It's been such a long time since I've streamed this manga that I don't even remember when the last time was that I streamed it. But yeah, it's been a really long time, and I couldn't stream yesterday because my internet was far too unstable to do anything. But I hope today nothing's gonna go wrong. Hope that we can stream smoothly through today. And I do not expect many people to show up because obviously ChainsawMan has dropped and everyone's busy with the new chapter and the new episode. But yeah, I wanted to keep reading Pumpun because I missed it. Who would have thought that I would miss Pumpun? You know, after all that I've said about it, that it's not a work that I enjoy. I find it good, but I don't enjoy it. So I'm surprised myself. Hi, Epi. Wow, one viewer. let me pose real quick for you, but also get rid of. You look so pretty today. Bitch, I didn't do anything. Why do I always get compliments when I don't even do anything? Hold on, let me get rid of the chat. Like, seriously, I barely brushed my hair. I mean, I did put on some concealer, especially under my eyes, because you don't want to see me with purple shadow under my eyes. Nah. But yeah. How should I pose? I mean, it's Pumpun. So I don't know. Also, I'm wearing my glasses. I don't like how I look with glasses. Girl is naturally born looking like a deity. Yeah, okay. Shut the fuck up. Let's, I don't know how to pose for this one. And I don't know what expects me today. What expects me? What? I can't speak anymore. Anyway, let me just read. Oh yeah, so Pumpun's mom is going through the surgery because she has like a hole in her lungs that can cause her organ to collapse. And this happened while she was trying to kill her lover, who's married, and having an affair with her. I'm quick with it today. Can't believe I caught the stream. Hi, Brian. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Okay, so that was the last thing. That was the same night that she told Pumpun to... Oh yeah, but then she was also staying for a long time at that hospital. But in that night that she almost killed that dude, she sent Pumpun away. He was spending all night alone outside and just walking around with his willy exposed. That was random. But yeah, and she stayed at the hospital for several days before she went through with the surgery. And in these few days, she met Pumpun's old childhood friend. I forgot his name again. Oh, I forgot. Hi, Starchball. Oh, I forgot his name. But yeah, they were sharing cute moments and encouraging each. Harumi, yes, yeah, Harumi. Why did I think his name starts with O? Anyway, they were sharing cute moments and encouraging each other to probably do the right thing or admit their feelings themselves. Shuntaro Harumi. I had no idea why I thought his name started with O. No idea. But yeah, let's read now. Oh shit, I just fucked up this incision. Is that something that I would want to hear from a doctor who's cutting me up? Whoa, there's some weird fluid in here. What is that? What kind of hospital is that? This is scary. Do doctors really talk like that when they fumble around in their patients' bodies? I know that sometimes they forget some instruments inside of you. And I also know that 1 in 1,000 anesthesia goes wrong. Like, you're awake and you feel everything, but you can't move. Maybe it was 1 in 10,000. I hope so. I would hope it's like 1 in a billion, but yeah. So that is insane. And yeah, they can fuck up. You know what happened here in Austria? A woman got a patient whose leg she had to amputate. And she amputated the wrong leg. And a few days later, the dude died. And I think she only had to pay like 2,000 euros in compensation or something. I don't know. But yeah, so these doctors, these surgeons fucking around here. I mean, I'm hoping this doesn't happen, but I also know of horror stories like that. This is why I never want to go into an operating room. I never want to get surgery. I know that my appendix is causing me trouble. Also, my kidneys. Oh, I have problems with my organs, okay? But I would never want to have surgery done on me. No. Anyway, seriously, her blood pressure keeps dropping and it's hilarious. What? And it's hilarious? What? What's wrong with these surgeons? What? Doctor, she's bleeding out here. What? Excuse me? Well, put a band-aid on it. It'll get better eventually. On an organ? Wait, is she awake? Duct tape her eyes shut. This has to be a nightmare. I think she's just hallucinating this. She's just dreaming this. I refuse to believe that professionals talk like this. I refuse. But then again. So here in Austria, after you turn 18, let me go big Elder mode. After you turn 18, there's this thing called conscription. So you have to go to the military. Either that or you do, what's it called? Volunteer work. And one of my friends, he did this volunteer work where he worked with an ambulance. So he was one of the guys in an ambulance that would come, you know, when someone calls 911, our version of 911 here. And he told me stories about that doctor who was with them. Like, every Tuesday or so, they would have to do a dialysis on a woman. And he would... and the woman was a little overweight. That's a nice way to say it. A little more round. And my friend hated her. But anyway, the doctor, like in front of the woman who's wide awake, who can hear everything, he's like, be careful. She's super fat. She might squish you all to death. And stuff like that. And he would make fat jokes in front of her. So yeah, I thought maybe it was just like a one-off thing where an Austrian doctor is like so blasé with common behavior etiquette, but maybe it's not. Like maybe this is how they can deal with their job. Because as a doctor, as a surgeon, especially, you have to like switch off your empathy, your humanity, right? Because the thing you're operating on, if you know that it's a human, maybe you're gonna get nervous, you whatever. And the way to calm yourself down and be efficient at your job, it's like you have to convince yourself that you're operating on a machine, something lifeless, something not human. And I think the same thing goes for, this is what I read somewhere in a book, in a psychology book. The same thing goes for bankiers, for lawyers, because they're basically dealing with humans and they're being like, they're very responsible for the livelihood of a human being. And in order to take the pressure of that fact off of their chest, they switch the empathy the empathy part of the brain. I forgot to switch. They switch that off. And that's why they're called the good psychopaths in our society. They're the efficient, the good psychopaths, because they actually make things work. They're actually helping people. So maybe these surgeons joking around like that is because how else are they gonna get through the day and through this immense pressure of their work if they can't even crack a joke at the expense of these people that they're working on? That's what I'm trying to console myself with. That's something that I'm using to convince myself so I can humanize them more. But yeah. The hospital I was born in had a reputation of literally every patient dying, but due to the emergency, mom had to be taken there. I was their first successful case. The hospital is still running? What? Okay, today's a very special day. It's like one day after Halloween, but actually today we're sharing horror stories. You look pretty in glasses. I don't believe you, but thank you. Oh, they do. There have been cases where surgery people talk badly about the patient. Yeah. Now, there have been cases where people leave their phones on to record what surgeons are saying during operations. They ain't always saying the nicest things. I fucking hate that. Favorite series on the channel is back. Oh, Arya. Nice that I can give you something back. I guess you kind of get used to the horrible stuff and eventually can joke about it with coworkers to not be miserable. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I mean, what are the patients gonna do? You're literally split open on a table. You're at their mercy. Are you gonna read the new Chainsaw Man chapters in this stream? No, I'm gonna read the new Chainsaw Man chapter tomorrow. Sometimes you gotta pull a quick funny before you rip the wrong leg off. Yeah. But yeah, they joke like that in front of a fully conscious patient too. Sometimes. What the fuck is wrong with you, Epi? I still can't get over how pretty you look today. This is so fucking weird. Every time I put in no effort into how I look, or in the clothes that I put on my body, I get the most compliments. Like, I look like shit today. This is my comfy home look. And you're complimenting me. Maybe I should just fucking stop trying to look good, because obviously it has no effect. It has the opposite effect. People give me far more compliments when I don't do anything. So I should just fucking give up. Wait, is she awake? Duct tape her eyes shut. That is so fucking insane. Hold on. Hey guys, take this seriously. I'm bored of surgery. I want to go home and play my PlayStation. Hey, who do you want to invite to the party next week? Hey, no, wait, just wait a minute. Gasp. Just a dream. I don't think that's a dream, lady, but this is the thing with anesthesia. You don't know, like, even if you remember, even if you're awake while it happens and then you kind of fall asleep, you don't know if what you heard was a dream or not because you were under a drug, basically, under the influence of a drug. Just a dream. Are you okay? Should I call a nurse? Oh, that's the girl. That's Harumin's girlfriend. Oh, she's got major facial injuries. No, that's okay. I'm fine. Sorry. Can I ask you something? How did you get hurt? She's Shintaro's girlfriend. It's not a big deal. I'm getting out soon. The surgeon told me I'll probably have scars from the stitches, though. Somehow it pisses me off that even if you have scars, you'll have someone special to be concerned about them. I'm sure you'll be fine. Medical science has made so much progress lately. I'm sure you'll have a complete recovery. And me, no one needs me. I lost my reason for living years ago. You have your son, woman. I don't really have a reason to die, so I'm just hanging around out of habit. This is so sad and so frustrating because I understand she didn't want a child. I understand she was in a very unhappy relationship. She was under a lot of stress because of, economic crisis and so on, and her husband being jobless. And I understand that she only loved her husband, but still, you have a son now, you have a child that is dependent on you. He's your responsibility now, and you have to take care of him. It's really frustrating. This is why people who don't want to have children better shouldn't have any children, because the children are just suffering being with that parent. I mean, if you can change for the better and force yourself to catch up with the reality you're confronted with, a child that you didn't want, and take over this responsibility, then that's another thing. But if you can't, and this is, sorry, I need to turn to Big Elder mode again. And this is something that I mentioned in another stream. It was a to strip the flesh stream, where I said in Austria, abortion isn't legal. It's only legal under certain conditions, like, for example, if it was rape or incest or something like that. But actually, it's a lot more lenient, because if a doctor says, yeah, she is not mentally or physically ready, or she has money trouble, or she has enough children already, or she is a single mother, or blah blah blah, then you can be exempt and you can get the abortion. So yeah, it's actually easier that way. But you do need, like, experts who are gonna vouch for you and who are gonna say, look, my client here deserves an abortion because obviously they're not mentally stable enough or financially stable enough or whatever, or physically capable of doing that. Then yeah, you can get that abortion. So yeah, that was something that I wanted to mention because I also thought it was just these two conditions, incest and rape, that applied for abortion, but actually I think these two apply under any circumstances. Like, I think it doesn't matter in which week you are. I'm not sure, though. Don't quote me on that. And the others, I think they need to happen within the first 3 or 4 months of pregnancy. Not sure. But I wanted to add that information. So yeah, if you're not ready, better abort. I mean, I know that people who abort, they have this scar, this emotional scar for the rest of their lives. It's not that they regret aborting, but they regret that it came to this choice, abort or be unhappy or in an otherwise precarious situation. So they hate that it came to that situation in the first place. They don't regret the abortion by itself. Unless it was a wanted child. But yeah, better abort if you can't stomach it, and if you can't care for the child properly. But yeah. Time for me to watch all of your videos on this manga. Wow, thank you. True depression hours. Yes, it is true depression hours. I don't really have a reason to die, so I'm just hanging around out of habit. So she's not even thinking of her son when she's going through the reasons to stay alive. She's like, oh, it's just a habit. She's not even like, oh, and also I have a son who I'm responsible for. She's not thinking of him at all. Really sad. I feel so bad for Pumpun. I hope you're right, but it doesn't matter anymore. It was just bad luck. What is this? Everyone is so fucking depressing. I mean, you too. If you can't cope, just die. I mean, same to you, I guess. I don't know. Adults, children, men and women, me, everyone can just die. That's not... I lied. I didn't mean it. Oh god, I promise it was a lie, so please don't throw me into hell. I hope all people on Earth can be happy, and I hope I can be a little happier than I am now. Aww. Aww. You know, don't let this get you down. There's so much fun waiting for you when you grow up. What the hell am I saying? These insincere words are completely meaningless. Oh, thank you. I hope you get better soon, too. Oh. I'm sure something wonderful will happen after your operation tomorrow. Oh, there it is. She's repaid my idiotic words with kind ones. Stop it. I don't want your sympathy. Oh, so she didn't... That wasn't her surgery. That was actually a legit nightmare. And her surgery is tomorrow. Okay, okay. But it's nice. This weekend, the Kanto and Tohoku areas will have sporadic rain showers. Okinawa's rainy season has started earlier than in previous years, and the Kyushu region has followed. Pumpun alone at home. What is all this? Hair products? It's a miracle. Is that his room? Ew, looks so messy. What kind of pills are those? Also condoms, okay. Isn't he? Yeah, okay, he's in high school. Isn't he like 16? Ah, oh, yeah. Ah, there she is. Ah, she's so cute. She's such a good child. I hope he's gonna be good to her. Oh, good morning, Onodera. You're 15 minutes early, and what about you? What should we do? We've both got here a little too early. My sister's going to be a little late. Should we go kill some time? Cute. Hospital. Okay, Miss Onodera. We're going to move you to the other bed. On 3. Please take good care of my sister-in-law. Oh god, I hate this bitch. Why is she here? She's not welcome. In my line of sight. Midori, where's Pumpun? I'm sorry, I just assumed he was coming on his own, so I didn't get in touch with him. Oh, that's okay. I was just asking. Hey, nurse. There's a boy who I'm really interested in right now. Ew. It's not like I want to go out with him or anything, but when this operation's over, I want to tell him how I feel. I'm disgusted. This is disgusting. He's the age of your son. Ew. Adults try not to be pedophiles challenge. Failed yet again. Okay. Looking back on the last couple of years, I've been protecting myself by provoking other people. Love is strange. No one's listening to her. No one cares about her. Poor her. Love is strange. You become more sensitive to the kindness of others, and you become a bit kinder yourself. No, this has nothing to do with men and women. Even if you've been betrayed and hurt, never forget what lets you love. Aw, by loving lots of people and receiving lots of kindness, one day all the scars will just disappear. Aw. But after this, maybe it's time to move on from such risky love. Hehe, after all, I'm middle-aged now. Yeah, bitch, yeah. Hello? Next page, please. Oh. But maybe I can finally be one. Maybe I can finally be a good mother. Oh, finally. Oh. Oh, this makes me so happy. Yes, try hard. Do it. Find fulfillment in that. You have no other choice. Sorry, that was dark. But she has nice character development. The way this character's story is told throughout the manga is very engaging. It's very interesting and very, very human. What's that? It's so cute. I wonder if I can get it. I haven't played this very much. Oh. So he's on a date while his mom is going through surgery. Onodera, it's okay, you don't need to keep trying. I appreciate the thought, but it's not worth all of that money. Is he that bad? Today, Pumpun was... sorry about that. Really, I promise to take good care of it for the rest of my life. So cute. Working super hard to make this the perfect date. What? No, I can pay for myself. Actually, I'll cover everything else since you paid for the arcade. No. I'll pay you back another time. Cute. You know, it's only been 2 months since we started high school, but it's going by so quickly. Midterms just ended and my head's already full of finals. That's so sad. I bet next thing I know, it'll be time for college entrance exams. I wonder if everyone else is secretly prepping already? He's looking at her cleavage. I need to find a good prep school. Have you decided which one you're going to? Another rant, but has the Japanese education, what are they called? Ministry of Education? Probably yes. Thought that if children go to school and after school still need to go to one of these juku places, which is prep schools, that they hang out in until 10 p.m., had they thought maybe we're doing it wrong? Like maybe schools that are supposed to give the children all the necessary education in order to pass these entrance exams to university. If we're not fulfilling that, then maybe we're failing. If we're not giving them everything they need, we're a failure. And honestly, I think they're doing it on purpose like this because these juku make a lot of money, and that's good for the economy, and Japan is all about the money. It's sad. Really sad. Because usually it should be enough to go to school. Why would you have to go to another school that you pay for privately until 10 or 11 p.m.? That is insane. So you're in school from 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. until 10 p.m.? That is so insane. So you have like 12 hours of school a day, and in Japan, they often go to school on Saturdays too. That is so insane to me. Unfathomable. It's so dumb. It's just destroying these kids. Like, they're children. When else are they gonna have time to be free and play and go outside and have adventures and fuck up and worry their parents? This is why there's a lot of rape cases in colleges. Seriously, they even have rape circles in colleges there. And they have these party circles too. They go crazy during college because they know they only have 4 years of freedom. And they never really learned what is socially acceptable behavior if they're just fucking studying all of the time. So they're just doing whatever. It's insane. Seriously insane. I wish it wasn't like that, but yeah. Isn't everywhere all about money nowadays? I mean, yeah, that's true, yeah, but it's nowhere as apparent as in the case of America and all the places that America basically forced to adopt their working culture and their economic makeup. So I'm talking about Japan and South Korea specifically. Every place that America touches and stays there and has military bases there is fucked. It's just about, you know, money and becoming rich and not caring about the population. These are the most corrupt and insane places. America and all the places America touches like this. So yeah, I'm not a fan of these juku and this entire concept of going to school and school not being enough in order to pass these entrance exams. And even what this is also something that I'm complaining about right now. In Japan, it doesn't really matter what you study, what grades you have, and so on. It just matters what the name of the university is. The more prestigious it is, the better your chances at finding work after school. It really doesn't matter what you studied. It really doesn't matter what grades you got. As long as the school's name is on your resume, you'll get a job. So basically, all these children do is study to get into a good middle school, and then study to get into a good high school, and study so they can get into a good university in order to then relax during university and then have a secured workplace. They know as soon as they get into this good university, they're settled. They don't have to try anymore. And this is also something that I don't really fuck with. I guess only these real sciences, what the fuck are real sciences? But people who pursue what are they called? Undergraduate, graduate studies, and postgraduate, right? So only those that pursue education that is not undergraduate, who continue going to university, I think only they really study for the material itself, because they're really interested in what they're studying. So they chose their studies wisely because they actually want to have a future in that field and contribute something in that field. The others, they just go to these undergrads, they just go to uni so they can have a nice name of the university on their resume and have a secure job. And it's not their fault. It's the entire system that forces them to work like that. And I hate it. I mean, I'm just an Austrian girl, a European chick, commenting on another culture's political and social troubles. Maybe they wouldn't even see it as trouble. And you can call me a racist for that. I do not care. I am allowed to give my opinion on other states, even if I don't live in that state. Okay? Oh man, this didn't touch with me because I forgot here in Europe is... Wait for a minute. Japan is basically a better India, huh? Yeah. Okay, going back to the comic now. Are you listening? It's okay, I like seeing an outside perspective. What do you like to do on your days off? Pumpun parried with an original topic. He's on fire. Yeah, that seems like normal communication. She's talking about one topic, you ask her about something else, and like you're just talking over each other. What? That's a complete non sequitur. Well, I want to volunteer overseas, but I'm still trying to figure out how to do it. There are lots of places in the world where people are poor and lack vital services. I was lucky enough to be born in an affluent country like Japan, so I want to try and help. So I'm teaching myself English. She's nice. Communication is so important when you're working with people, don't you think? Aw. She's such a good girl. Oh, she deserves the world. Pumpun had no reply for such an unexpectedly serious answer. So how about you, Onodera? What do you do? Completely lost. After much thought, watch TV, play video games was all he could come up with. Uh-huh. Okay. That's it? That makes me look unbelievably lowbrow, without an ounce of principles. Oh no! Someone took my umbrella! Shoot, it was one of my faves. Why would someone do that? How awful. Oh, poor girl. Get all the way under here. Your bag is going to get soaked. You're really nice, Onodera. I appreciate your concern, but... No, never mind. Sorry, I'm having trouble saying what I mean. I only have sisters, so I don't really understand boys. But the boys and girls are the fucking same. Please, can we stop pretending they're another fucking species? It's not like you're talking to an octopus. I kind of get Mimura, but I find you hard to read, Onodera. Pumpun felt the same about her. They weren't really connecting, which was a little irritating and was making him feel guilty and unworthy. I mean, I have to say, girls and boys go through different things socially. Like, the social surroundings form them differently and treat them differently, so they have different experiences when it comes to that. But when I'm talking about, like, psychology, we're basically the same. Psychology, intelligence, we're all the fucking same. But yeah, sometimes, you know, if you have empathy, you can try to imagine what other people go through as a girl, as let's say obese girl, let's say black girl, let's say old woman, and so on and so forth. You can imagine. those things, like all these expectations and how they're supposed to meet them and how they're treated. And then you understand. But that's also a lot to ask of a teenager. Barely any adults can do that, so yeah. I think in every country, people should have like basic sociology classes while they're still going to school because they need those. And also political studies, because in Austria you can vote at the age of 16, but you don't have any fucking political education. You don't even know how the system works in Austria, or how the European Union works, which you're also allowed to vote for. So we need political education and we need some social education, you know? And I think that goes for every place on Earth. Learn about your own society, about, you know, global society and politics. So yeah, but when you do that, then you can also empathize more with other people because you know their history and their social standing. Pumpun felt the same about her. They weren't really connecting, which was a little irritating and was making him feel guilty and unworthy. He was trying so hard, but he was just spinning his wheels. It was a strange feeling. Plus, he was worried that Kanye would notice the raging boner he'd been sporting for the last couple of hours. Okay. It was such a fierce stiffy that Pumpun decided to call it an ultra hard on. I do not want to read this, but that's a child. Azusa, over here. Sorry to keep you waiting. That's her older sister. I told you not to be late. It wasn't my fault. Nanjo was super late. Who's that? Hey, Azusa, it's been a while. I heard you got into high school. 1, too. Good for you, smarty. Zachi, you've changed your look. No more black frames? Huh? Hey, what are you going to do now? Looks like your little sister lost her virginity first. That is also fucked up. That is fucked up. Why would you say that about a girl? I mean, girls don't talk like that. I didn't even think boys talk like that, but girls don't talk like that. Like when you see your female friend be with a boy, maybe first ask their relationship. Why would you assume they fucked? I also, there was a girl in my school. She was the prettiest. Oh my god, another fucking tangent. No one cares, but still. She was the prettiest girl in our school. Honestly, I would say she was probably the prettiest girl in our entire fucking town. And she was dating someone from my class. I'm not gonna comment on him. But I was wondering why, you know, like why him? Anyway, she was dating him. They were dating for an entire year, and I also remembered that he told me once when we were in 8th grade, or was it 7th grade, that he wanted to lose his virginity at the age of 14. And I thought, that is fucking early, but okay. And so they were dating when they were, I think, 16 and 17. She was 16, he was 17. I think it was like that. And they were dating for a year or maybe even 2 years. I don't remember. Honestly, I never paid much attention to other people's love lives or lives in general because I don't care. It's their privacy. I do not care. But some of my friends, they were one of those insiders, and they were like, they knew things about other people and told me, like, without my provoking it, but okay. And one of these friends, she told me she had slept, one of those girls, okay, she told me she had slept with this boy from our class when they were all 18. Like, we were all 18 at that point in our class. She had slept with him while he was still in a relationship with the younger girl. And after they slept with each other, he told her that that was his first time. So never assume anything. You don't know these people, okay? Because he was dating the prettiest girl that I've ever seen in my town. He was dating her for a year or two, and they had apparently never fucked. And yeah, he had his first time at the age of 18, apparently. So yeah, never assume anything of anybody. You don't know them. You don't know what their relationship looks like. So it was rather a pure relationship he had with that girl that he fucking destroyed because he cheated on her with this other girl. But this girl, while she told me this story, I was like, yo, he's horrible. And she was like, but she made him wait so long. No wonder he cheated on her. Okay. Anyway, that was a tangent. But yeah, the moral of the story is don't ever assume people's relationship and whether they fuck or how much they fuck or whatever. You don't know them. It's none of your business. And also losing virginity. Stop putting virginity on a pedestal, okay? So anyway. Yeah. I don't need to hear that from a slutty cyborg like you. What the fuck is a slutty cyborg? We're just friends from school. Don't get ahead of yourselves. Yeah, see? It makes everyone's position awkward. It makes it awkward for everyone if you say shit like that. If you comment on their sexuality or relationship. It's fucking weird. I can't tell you how often I've been in a situation where people would comment on me and my male friends, or me and my male friend at that time. And it is annoying. Like, we're just friends. Fucking stop. We're in such a heteronormative society that it's assumed these people are into each other, or, oh, they're dating, or, oh, they're fucking, just because they're a boy and a girl. Isn't that insane? I hate that. Stop assuming shit. So yeah, going out with male friends was also always kind of annoying for me. And not because of the friends are great, but because of what other people would assume of me. Some would even think I'm like a slut or something because I'm sleeping with all of these boys around me. No, they're like brothers, they're like family. Stop it. So yeah. Oh, sorry, Onodera. Let me introduce you. This is my sister. Why is he suddenly taller than her? Anyway, this is my sister Miyuki, and her friend from high school, Sachi Nanjo. My work's on display too, so take a look. It's a little bit better than Miyuki's depressing crap. Shut up, you. Your stuff is just bigger than mine. It's a total waste of paint. Pay no attention to them. They're always like this. No, no, no. Hey, is she going to react to ChainsawMan today? No. Oh, it's Mom's turn. It was Dad last year, so maybe me next year? I really love your use of colors. Aw, this is so sweet. Truthfully, it was hard for Punpun to describe how he felt about the painting. When I look at your paintings, it reaffirms for me that family is the most important thing. Aw. And Punpun doesn't have that. That's exactly how I feel. Families are the best, baby, baby. If you said that, would it make things alright? Punpun didn't know anymore. I wonder if Kanye is having a good time with me. Punpun was feeling very insecure. What do I like about Kanye? He was losing confidence. Is this how you're supposed to feel when you're falling in love? I don't think so. Thinking about those things made an image pop into Punpun's head, hopefully not God. Oh no! Oh no, that hurt me! Aiko, that hurt me! She popped up out of nowhere. That hurt me. Yeah, can we not talk about Kanye? Like, it was funny before he started saying all that bullshit online. I mean, he has always been saying bullshit online, but, like, the really dangerous and dumbass stuff. But yeah, I understand the Kanye West joke. I did it too, but now, if I just think of Kanye, I mean the rapper Kanye, I'm just like, oh my god. It's like I'm losing synapses just by thinking of him. Anyway, of Aiko from back then. I just want to see her one more time. That's so selfish. But I understand. He's still not over this because it was a hard time for him and her, both of them. And remember when I told you, okay, maybe you don't, when I told you about that difficult relationship I had with my first best friend in high school. High school is when I was from age 10 until age 18. And this friend, I had to distance myself from her because she was not a good influence for me. She was making me stressed mentally all the fucking time, and she was talking about things that I wasn't ready to hear, like about sexual stuff, and honestly also deranged stuff that was just too much for me. And but she was also a neglected child, right? It, like, separating from her would have been so much easier if she had just been normal, like, just like me, and we just had a fight over, I don't know, some Barbie dolls or whatever, and we said them bye to each other. But no, it was much more severe. Like, those were severe things that were happening. She was neglected, she was saying disturbing stuff, stressing me out, because whenever I would talk to other people, she would be super jealous and make things even harder for me. In school, she would make things hard for me because she would talk during class and I would get shouted on and also have a point deducted from my behavioral mark. So that was not good. So we were separated by force because my mom was like, yeah, I can't watch this anymore. I feel sorry for the girl, but she's not my child, and I can't watch my child getting basically darker and darker every day. So because it was this type of separation, where I was also always worried about her, even after getting separated, she also had to repeat a year in grade 7, and then she had to repeat that year again, and then I think she just left. I think she didn't even graduate, I'm not sure. And I heard stories about her being addicted to illegal substances here, and in order to obtain those substances, she would also sell her body. So at the age of 13, imagine that. At the age of 13 or 14. And I still have dreams about her because I felt guilty for separating from her, for not being a good enough influence to pull her out of that hole she was sinking into. So yeah, when separations are really dark, they cling to you for years. And when a relationship with someone you have is one where you do love the person, but you also hate being with that person because it doesn't make you feel good, and when you separate, when you go separate ways, it's because this was such a toxic thing that this will cling to you for years, for decades even, and gnaw on you. So I understand why he's thinking of Aiko right now, because that was not a good separation they had, and something like this haunts you forever. And yeah, you always have the excuse, yeah, you were just children, and you know that in your brain, right, and in your heart, maybe you know that too, but still, it haunts you. That, you know, maybe you couldn't help her, or maybe you disappointed her, or him, them, whatever, or maybe things could have been different, or you just want to know how they're doing. Like, you went separate ways, but you're still worried about them. You want to know how they're doing, what they're up to, where they are now, if they're still alive. Those things eat away at you, even after you separated decades ago. So yeah, I used to hang out with a rich kid, and we used to play Mortal Kombat 9 in his mansion. He was too spoiled to be a good friend, though, so I dropped him. Okay. Okay. Not quite the same thing, but okay. I just want to see her one more time. Having thoughts like that made him despicable, Punpun decided. Yeah, I understand, though, it's selfish, but I engage in that type of behavior too, where I try to contact these people that I've had ugly separations with, and I try to contact them, and when they don't contact me back, I do feel guilty, but I also feel relieved. Because, hey, at least I tried, and they didn't make the other step towards me, so this can only function if both parties wanna mend the relationship, and if they're not interested, that's not my fault. When I've probably deeply hurt them in some way, and it's not to say that they haven't hurt me, or that they haven't tugged on my nerves and on my emotional stability, but still, I'm the asshole, and that's what makes me despicable. So I understand Punpun when it comes to that. Poor him. Milky Way. Sachinanjo. Oh, and now he's remembering his dream. Punpun felt sure he'd seen that sky before. It was when he was in elementary school, on the way home from exploring the miso factory with his friends. Yeah. Yeah. That was honestly the page that stood out the most to me. These children holding hands, running away, looking at the sky. I just also associate it with the song Stand By Me. So it's really nostalgic. I love these types of childhood movies, stories. They just really strike a nerve with me. On the way home from exploring the miso factory with his friends, that big, big night sky full of stars. The painting looked just like that. Punpun idly thought, I bet that night's starry sky hasn't changed since then and is still sparkling. Look, this was the best time of their life, even though they had also gone through something traumatic. But it was the best time of their life because they were all having a good time. And having an adventure together. But Harumin and Komatsu and Shimi and Seki and Aiko had all gone away. Aww, this is so sad. Saying goodbye to your childhood because none of those children are there anymore. Completely understand. You can't go back. You know, when my grandpa died in September this year, I was really down. I kept dreaming of him and my grandma, and I'm just trying to not cry right now. And it made me really sad to think I'm never gonna see them again, but not just not see them again as in that state that they were before they died, because thank God the suffering ended for them. But I mean, I would never be able to go back to my childhood and be with them because they were both gone. I would never go to the fields again with them, help them with the vegetable planting, help them with, or just fool around while they're trying to get me to not kill myself accidentally. I would never be able to go back to that village at that time in my childhood where I play with my cousins during all the big holidays, summer holidays, winter holidays, where we go inline skating, where we all get along with each other, we all play with each other now. Some of us, especially me, are really estranged. I don't have that relationship with them anymore. So yeah, that is sad, that I know I can't go back to that time where we all got along, where we all played, where we had no worries, where we cried every time we had to go back to school because we'd have to all go to our different countries, go back to the big city, and the village was in a developing country, so you had no internet, no TV, no nothing. You just had each other in order to entertain yourself, so yeah. And of course, as I said, my grandparents, who basically raised me for half of my childhood. But the good thing, I guess, is every time I do dream of them, I see them as much younger as that time when I was still a child. So they still look young to me in my dreams. Yeah. I'm sorry for bringing that up, but I completely understand. It's a heartbreaking feeling to realize that you can't go back to that time. You can't be a child again. And also you can't mend these relationships again and make them be like how they used to be, because people change. And sometimes you don't get along with how they changed. So even with all my cousins, where I said that I'm estranged with my family in most cases, because I don't click with them when it comes to a worldview. And I have to, sorry, just switching between big and small Elda, but when it comes to family, I know I love them because they're family, but also I want to treat them like human beings, right? I want to get to know them as individual people, as unique persons. So I want to take into account their personality, their worldview, their values. I want to get to know them as people. And when I get to know them like that, I don't like them. Not all of them. I'm not talking about all of them, but, and also dislike is maybe, yeah, I don't like them. I don't like a lot of people from my family. I love them because they're family. And whenever something would happen to them, I would, of course, I would be there for them. And I know I can expect the same thing from them. Our ties are really that tight, which is something that gives me comfort and strength on one hand. But on the other hand, when you don't like them for who they are as a person, then what kind of bond is that, really? You're forcing yourself to overlook your own values or whatever in order to have this harmony going on. And I can't do that. I'm 26 now. I'm an adult now. I know what I look for in a person that I want to be together with, right? We have to share common traits, like common values. Otherwise, I'm not going to get along with them. And if a person looks down on me for being who I am, then I don't want to be around them. And I don't want a person to be around me if I look down on them, because that's not good for them, for their mental health. So, yeah, I mean, I love them because they're family, but I don't like them as people. Let's say it in nicer words, if we were not family, we would not get along at all. I would have severed my ties with a bunch of them already. So yeah. What's something you would like to change if you got a chance to travel to the past and back? There's I mentioned that in my Q&A stream. There's 2 instances where I've said mean things about people where they also heard that and understood that and they were hurt by my words. So these 2 instances, I think I would just fucking erase. But also all the other instances where I hurt people, I would just erase it, because I don't know why I was being unnecessarily mean or trying to be contrarian, when it was obviously not the time, place, and occasion to say those things. Like, maybe even if I was right, sometimes you don't have to say it. It hurts other people. So I wish I could just go back in time and erase those instances where I just hurt other people. So yeah. But especially those 2 instances where I just hurt strangers for no fucking reason. Well, I agree in that we see company closer to ourselves, yeah. So yeah, though, that's the question answered. Now, let's continue reading. Pumpun thought, what am I doing here? I'm on a first date with a girl I'm not comfortable with. Do I really think I'll get lucky and she'll let me put the tip in? Yeah, priorities. With an arbitrary hard-on, why am I working so hard when she doesn't even notice? You're not working hard, dude. I mean, your pee-pee is hard, but you're not working hard. As a little kid, could he have ever imagined that this was how he was going to turn out? He didn't know. Surely he wasn't thinking anything. This was just the result of going with the flow. Lazily, slowly, letting things happen. The starry sky he saw that night would probably still sparkle in the past, present, and future, but it seemed unfair that Pumpun was steadily becoming sleazier. Pumpun was having trouble breathing, and he thought again, what are you doing here? Is this what you want? Use your head. I've had enough of your excuses, explanations, and evasions. Idiot. Shut up. Just shut up. I'm doing the best I can. Pumpun just barely managed to hang on. The poor child. I understand him. But I also feel sorry for him. This is my painting. Well, I have no comment about wastes of paint. This alumni exhibit always has a theme, and this year is memories of my teens. I think getting caught up in the past is counterproductive, and I don't like it. How should I phrase this without getting personal? I'm glad you seem to be connecting with it, but honestly, it's a little weird that you're crying. Oh, stop. Why are you shaming him for crying? Your art touched him. Shouldn't you be, I don't know, proud? That your work has such a profound effect on someone? I would take that as a compliment. Oh yeah, would you mind writing it down? Your thoughts on the piece. No one's written in it yet. Who's that motherfucker again? These people just look weird. Oh yeah, would you mind writing it down? Your thoughts on the piece. No one's written in it yet. This is between you and me, but I'm racing Miyuki to see who can get the most pages filled. I don't care if it's scribbles, just write something, okay? And for your info, Azasa is a virgin. That's disgusting. Why would you talk like that? So be gentle with her. That's so fucking disgusting. Go for it, young man. She's sexualizing this boy and Azusa. It is unacceptable. Punpun had no idea what to write. He was counterproductively ensnared in memories of the past. Become an academic who studies the universe, win a Nobel Prize, and emigrate to planet Punpun. He'd definitely been a little off as a kid, he thought. Looking back, he couldn't tell how much of it he'd really meant. He also thought he had become very boring. But what if, and this really was a what if, a near miraculous probability, what if the planet Punpun he had imagined back then was still floating around somewhere out there? Yeah, right. He must really be a little off, thinking about things like that in high school. He's pretty much a shit. Okay. Going with the flow due to social stereotypes pressure is most of the times a good recipe to ruin one's life. Yep. If you could become truly crazy, it might make things a little more fun, Punpun thought. It may surprise you, but I think I'm hotter than you are. Die. Well, as long as I'm a shit, how about this story titled The Milky Way? I am a normal boy who lives many universes away. One day I was really depressed about going to school. It was because Mio, the classroom idol, was transferring, but several days later a girl from a faraway star transferred to our school. It was love at first sight. There was no reason for it, I was just convinced that she was my fate. I thought that whatever happened, I had to protect her. But over time, I lost sight of her. The grown-up me floats aimlessly through the Milky Way looking for what I lost. For instance, something like this. There is no end to these stupid stories. Punpun felt like crying. This is so sad. Wow, you're writing a ton. That's Sachi's book, right? Eee! Hey, let me see it. No. Maybe this was boring. Want to go? The rain, it's getting heavier and heavier. Really, Punpun's sentimentality was so shallow. The relentless rain brought Punpun back to reality in a hurry. When the weather is better, do you want to go somewhere? Kanye is a very serious, nice person. She really, really is. And she's a virgin. Recalling that fact made Punpun inadvertently aroused again. A strange moment passed. Punpun sensed something was about to happen. Okay, I'm going to go home. My mom worries if I'm out too late. What? Well, what did he expect? Anyway, this is it for today. Honestly, I read a lot. A lot more than I expected. Yes, it is the textbook definition of clinical depression. Anyway, this is it for today. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed yourselves, and in 5 minutes, I'll be reading Uzumaki. So join if you wanna have fun now after the depression is dealt with. If you want some distraction, come by and watch me read Uzumaki. If not, I hope you have a nice day, evening, or night, wherever you are. Bye-bye.